Ever wondered how to make your food last longer and still maintain its taste and nutritional value? Well, you're in the right place. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of food preservation, a practice as old as civilization itself, but still relevant in our modern kitchens. Food preservation is a key player in reducing food waste and saving money. Imagine enjoying your favorite summer berries in the dead of winter, or your homegrown tomatoes in a hearty stew when the snow is falling outside. Sounds amazing, right? Well, that's the magic of food preservation. Additionally, preserving food at its peak ensures that you're locking in the maximum amount of nutrients. So, not only are you savoring the taste of seasonal produce all year round, but you're also maintaining a healthy diet. Preserving food is not just a necessity, but an art that can be mastered with a few tips and tricks. Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty of preservation techniques, it's crucial to understand the fundamentals of proper food storage. Let's start with the different types of food storage: the fridge, the freezer, and the pantry. Each of these areas serves a unique purpose. The fridge is ideal for storing perishables like dairy products, meats, and fresh produce. The freezer, on the other hand, is your go-to spot for long-term storage. It's perfect for things like frozen vegetables, meats, and leftovers. Lastly, the pantry is where you'll store items like canned goods, grains, and spices. Now, the importance of storing food at the right temperature cannot be overstated. Keeping your fridge and freezer at the proper temperatures is vital to prevent the growth of harmful bacteria. Typically, you'll want to keep your fridge below 40 degrees Fahrenheit and your freezer at 0 degrees. Pantry items should be kept in a cool, dry place where the temperature is consistently below 70 degrees. Next up, let's talk about packaging and containers. These play a key role in food storage. Using airtight containers can help keep your food fresh for longer and prevent the spread of odors. Glass or BPA-free plastic containers are a good option for this. For pantry items, make sure they are sealed tightly to keep out pests and moisture. And finally, let's touch on organizing your food storage spaces. A well-organized pantry or fridge not only makes it easier to find what you need, but also helps prevent food waste. The first in, first out rule is a golden principle here. Simply put, use older items before newer ones. Grouping similar items together is another effective technique. For instance, keep all your dairy products, fruits, and vegetables in separate areas in your fridge. This not only makes things easier to find, but also prevents cross-contamination. Understanding these basics sets the stage for successful food preservation. With these fundamentals in mind, you're now ready to dive into the world of food preservation. Having grasped the basics of food storage, it's time to dive into some easy food preservation techniques. First up, we have drying. This ancient technique works by removing water from food, inhibiting the growth of bacteria. It's perfect for preserving fruits and herbs. Just remember to store your dried goods in a cool, dark place to maintain their quality. Next, let's talk about canning. This method involves placing foods in jars and heating them to kill microorganisms that cause spoilage. The key here is to use ripe, high-quality produce. It's also important to ensure your jars are properly sealed to prevent contamination. Now, onto pickling. Pickling preserves food by immersing it in a solution of vinegar or brine. This creates an acidic environment where bacteria can't thrive. And don't think it's just for cucumbers. You can pickle everything from onions to eggs to add a tangy twist to your meals. Finally, there's freezing. This method slows down the decay process by turning water into ice, making it unavailable to bacteria. Before freezing vegetables, it's best to blanch them. This process of briefly boiling and then plunging them into ice water helps maintain their color and texture. These techniques may seem daunting at first, but with a little practice, they can become second nature. So, to sum it up, we've explored the art, importance, and benefits of food preservation, delved into the basics of food storage, and discovered some easy techniques to preserve food. From drying and canning to freezing and pickling, we've covered it all. Remember, with a few clever techniques and a bit of practice, you can transform your kitchen into a year-round source of tasty, nutritious food. So, why not give it a try?